Hello. Today I decided to check out The Moon Sliver by Szymanski. It came out a while ago, like 2014, I believe. Quite a while before Iron Lung. But hey, I'm gonna check it out. It's gonna be cool. I've heard good things about this game. Single sitting. He loves those kind of games. There we are. Whoa. Oh, okay, I was pointing out in the ceiling. Alright. Ellie was a sullen and beautiful girl, the youngest of all of them, with a mind unfit for lofty thoughts. She had once come in here to see if there was any old firewood. Otherwise, she stayed in her cluttered house, where it was warm and familiar. Isa was the oldest, and if not the wisest, certainly the most learned. She remembered when Josiah still lived, and she would sit on this crate and listen to his stories. Those memories, like so many others, were bittersweet. Abel loved Isa, and he loved Daniel and Ellie, but when his mind wasn't turned towards their well-being, it was filled with thoughts of bleak hopelessness. Sometimes he would rifle through the barrel. The promise of undiscovered trinkets raised his spirits, if only temporarily. So it's really text-based, this game. Alright, I'll deal with that. Conserve your flashlight battery. Recharge it at power outlets. Explore freely. Piece the story together. When night falls, enter the mountain. Alright. The ocean is having a bit of a seizure. Yesterday, 4 people lived on this island. Now, only 1 remains. It's not good. Can I swim? For a second, I actually thought I could walk on water, like I'm Jesus Christ. They reached the ruins and strolled deliciously through them towards the shoreline. Isa could remember when the old building still stood here, filled with families. Oh, what's this? The night was wild. Is it night? It's not night, is it? The monstrous tracks leading from the hatch were brand new, but the wind quickly erased them. Come back when night falls, but isn't it night? It said it was night, right? Please don't jump scare me. I'm saying that she knows more than she's telling us, said Ellie. She keeps the chapel locked, and she's the only one with a key, said Ellie, leaning on the barrels and folding her arms. So you're saying she took it? He said. My problem is that she's a liar, said Ellie angrily, fiddling with the knobs on the machine as she paced around, and that I have to keep explaining this to you over and over again. You don't know her like I know her. Exactly. You're not an impartial judge, he said. Okay. What is your problem with Isa? Daniel said, putting his book down. He was annoyed at being interrupted here. I can't pick up any of these as, like, weapons. Alright, what's this? The mysterious liquid had drained from the tank and into the water long ago. That's not good. So, like, are we on a moon? Is that the point? I don't know. One of the barren moons from Ireland? Isa kept a smile on her face, although she did not feel like smiling. Looks like gore. I don't know. She sat down beside the flashlight. What about Ellie? Has Ellie mentioned anything to you? She said. She didn't take it either, he said. Nor did I, and nor did Abel, she said. And yet it's gone. Daniel, you're the last one I gave the key to, said Isa. Daniel stared at the mysterious control panels. He didn't meet her eyes. He never met anyone's eyes. I didn't take it, he said. Why would I take it? I'm the one that told you it was missing. The rusted junk cast shadows on the opposite wall. How do you know Abel didn't take it? He said. Because I trust him, she said. He's a dismal man, but he would never hurt any of us. Do you trust Ellie? Daniel didn't answer immediately. I trust all of you, he said. Because that's how we have to live. Maybe that could be a pretty good opportunity to abuse their trust, you know? Just pure speculation. Can I go in here now? No, it's locked. I gotta find a key, I guess. Oh, a village. Alright, let's go in here first. Whoa. It's like a ritual going on. Must be really warm in here. They could make more candles. They couldn't make more wood, so Abel burned candles. There's an evil man on this island, and I know him well. We play together as youths. We have cried together. We have eaten together. We have loved the same woman. Betrayed the same woman. He's my constant companion and my worst enemy. He puppets my arms, legs, and mouth to his own selfish ends, and secretly hurts everyone I love as I watch, helpless, with their unshed, unfelt blood on my hands. He gifts my flesh with undescribable pleasures, but blights my soul with unutterable despair. His name is Sin, and we are irrevocably bound together. Surely there exists no hell worse than this. Abel read to escape. Daniel read to feed his lofty, strange thoughts. Isa read to pass the time, but Ellie? As far as Abel knew, she hadn't opened a book in years. What did she do all day? He didn't know. Sometimes he worried about her. He worried about all of them. Were they as melancholy as he was? What childlike emptiness I feel. To find the most peaceful solace in fantasy. To find in masquerades a truth more vivid than reality. What sort of twisted villains were the ancient writers to taunt us with unreachable worlds more beautiful than our own? We have enough stored food to live long lives. When our wood runs out, we will be cold, but only so cold as to be uncomfortable. The water is rising, but it will be many years before it reaches our homes. Technically, we survive. But to what end? This island is all the world we know, and it is nothing but the broken pieces of a fairy tale. I remember when the moon still shined, when each night was bathed in warm silver, and the shadows were mysterious and friendly, and the island was a place of joy. That was many years ago. Since it disappeared, this place has become cold and stark, plagued by an inexplicable sense of loss and despondency. Daniel and Ellie are young. They do not feel it. They don't remember what the world used to be like. But Abel and I do, and we are both filled with longing for intangible joys that it can no longer provide, for friends that do not exist, for feelings that cannot be reasonably felt. When I was younger, I smiled because I felt like smiling. Now, that smile is a disguise. Like, this game kind of, like, radiates the sort of, like, hopeless sort of feelings that Iron Lung did really well, in my opinion. Just that, like, sheer, like, dread and fear of the unknown. She took the knife from the shelf. The blade was dull and rusty, but it was still pointed. She was not smiling. Isa didn't know what the object was, but she remembered her father tinkering with it in his workshop when she was a girl. The workshop and the adjoining home were now far underwater. She was not a young woman, but even now, seeing it brought her comfort. Abel came in. "How do I get into storage?" he asked. She shut and locked the box. "I've told you before," she said. "I forgot," he said. "I don't go there often." "Press the first 3 until they click. Leave the 4th alone," she said. Whoa. Oh, another key. Don't mind if I do. I believe the word of Hector, and the religious teachings that were passed on to me. Maybe the moon is still out there, hidden behind some cloud of darkness. And maybe the ones that went before us are waiting there. There's no way to know. We have to wait for death to find out. And truth be told, I'm ready. I'm ready for the beginning of a new adventure. Ooh, okay. I don't know, I get the feeling that something is like gonna come at me, but there was no like sprint button, which is usually an indication that there's nothing that should like chase you, you know what I'm saying? Daniel was still thinking about his talk with Abel the day before as he absentmindedly picked the book up. Something caught his eye, or rather, the lack of something. The moon sliver was gone. The word of Hector. The woodland teeth, the monster of the forest, was more tenacious than the other demons. It hated the people of Hector and desired to take the island away from them, and it lurked in the dark corners and unseen passageways, scheming horrific schemes. It came to pass that Ursula was taken, stalked by the woodland teeth in the dark underground, attacked, and dragged down to hell. Then the moon came to Hector in a dream, and said, "Hector, the time has come. Your great enemy has arrived. You would all do well to tremble, for his power is great and his depravity is unspeakable. Go, take the moon sliver from its pedestal, and do battle." And so Hector went to the chapel of infinite light, and retrieved the moon sliver, and went into the tunnels. What about this one? Again, the moon came to Hector in a dream. The woodland teeth is vanquished, it said. Your people are safe for now, but it still waits, lurking in the depths. It fears the moon sliver, and it will not dare appear again while the holy document remains in your possession. But know this, should the moon sliver ever be destroyed, even my divine light will not be able to save you from the wrath of the woodland teeth and the darkness of hell. Keep it safe, keep it ready, and may you live in prosperity on this island that I have given you. Let your prosperity be a sign that the words I speak are true. This is kinda heavy, I'm not gonna lie. The moon sliver was written by the pure spring rain upon pages of dried leaves and found the noble Hector. The moon spoke to Hector, saying, "Take this, the moon sliver, and make it for a place in the chapel of infinite light, for it is a holy document. Man cannot read it, but its every letter is known to the demons of the night, and greatly feared. Known that it will protect you, even should my light cease to bathe in the night in holy silver. Give it a place of honor, and treat it as a prized possession, for it is your weapon against evil." And so Hector took the moon sliver and placed it in the chapel of infinite light, upon a silver pedestal. And the night was warm with light, and the day was bright with warmth. It's kind of bright outside considering it's, nighttime, but whatever. Most of the text is illegible. Hector descended, darkness, terrible whispering, infinite and deep. Did not know how long he wandered. Promises of brutal torture and mutilation waiting. Be gone, teeth of the forest, spoke the holy incantations written upon. Return to the surface. Oh, it's dark. But no, it's nighttime, right? So we should be able to enter that, door in the mountains and maybe meet Hector, who knows?
Nope.
What? Wait. Really? But it looks pretty fucking nighttime-ish to me, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, I don't like this. Ellie was uneasy. The darkness had never felt this menacing before. It seemed alive, watchful. Ellie? Daniel's voice echoed around the tunnels. Silence. She couldn't explain the feeling. It was as though something was lurking around every corner, staying out of sight, staying ahead of her. Daniel heard soft, scratching footsteps behind him. Oh shit. He turned and shined his flashlight around the tunnel. Nothing. Oh, I don't like this, man. He called again. Ellie! Still no answer, but he heard the footsteps again. He didn't even have time to cry out at the shadow silhouetted in his flashlight beam, lunging towards him. Well, this flashlight seems to have a pretty good battery. Can I pick this up instead, please? Oh. Like, I feel there's gonna be a jump scare around every corner, man. I don't like long corridors, man. Whew. Okay. She felt its breath before she felt its claws, and then she was gone. Yeah, I got a feeling the inevitable is coming, that I'm gonna get attacked and killed. Just like these guys. But hey, at least I have my trusty power outlet. Oh god, that's loud. I better be able to enter now, because if it's not nighttime now, there you go. Yes, I couldn't remember the last time she had been under the mountain. There was no reason to come here, but she had looked everywhere else. She clutched the old knife in her right hand. Yesterday, the moon sliver went missing. Today, Ellie, Daniel, and Abel were all nowhere to be found. She knew the word of Hector by heart. The sinister implications were not lost on her. Ellie? She called. Daniel? Abel? Abel heard her and answered. I'm here. There was something strange about his voice, something Ethan didn't like. What are you doing here? I'm reading of ages past, he said. Do you know where Ellie and Daniel are? She said. I do not, he said. They are missing, and the moon sliver is missing. Do you understand me? Do you understand what this implies? I do, he said. Night will fall in a few hours, and we need to stick together. We can sleep in the same house, mine or yours. We keep the fires burning, we keep the doors locked, and we will pray, Abel. We will pray to the unseen moon for mercy and protection. Are you happy here, Isa? We can't stay in the dark. It thrives in the dark. Are you happy? Oh. My flashlight just died. Yes, I'm happy. Please, Abel. There were tears in his eyes, and he struggled to control his voice. Isa, I know you. I know every inch of you, and I know every corner of your mind. You aren't happy. None of us are. Isa didn't respond. The tears were flowing freely now. I would like if you stayed with me, Isa. Please stay with me. It will find you, Abel. I let it out, Isa. I destroyed the moon sliver. Isa was shocked and silent. I burned it yesterday, after a talk with Daniel. Her eyes were filling with betrayed, angry tears. What? Abel, no. Why? Do you want to be dragged to hell? Do you want us to be dragged there with you? We're already in hell. This island, this horrible, barren, lonely island. This place of sin. This is hell. I saw the blasphemous scraps of paper Jeremiah found, those many years ago. I read them before they were destroyed. Perhaps I was the only one who did, and I did not believe them. But I have lived with life since then, and I have seen the truth of their words. Isa could not respond, as tears streamed down her face. She just kept walking towards the sound of his voice, the knife clutched in her hand. I believe the word of Hector, she said, and I will not go to hell. Please trust me, please. I believe the word of Hector, she said again, and she put the knife to her chest. Point first. No, no, Isa, please don't. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I love you, she spat tearfully. I love you so much. She closed her eyes and pushed. She remembered where the heart was located, from one of her father's old books. Abel was too slow to catch her falling body. He knelt beside her body and sobbed for some time. Ooh. He was not a strong young man anymore, but Isa's body was light. He would take her out to the water. She had always loved the water. But then what? Read? Read until it found him? No. It didn't feel like reading anymore. He was ready to be rid of this entire cursed island, books and all. He would simply wander, aimlessly and freely, to take one last look at the island and feel the wind blowing the memories away. And then, when night fell, he would return. And wait. Oh! I saw that. It was a silhouette. Markiplier. It's a really beautiful game, not gonna lie. Oh, I have control. Alright. I was like, what? It's taking long. Morning dawn on the empty island. Cold and bright and windy. The Moon Sliver. Created by David Szymanski. The end. Well, alright. Alright, so that was the Moon Sliver. What did I think about it? I thought it was really good, actually. I liked it. It could have been a bit longer, not gonna lie. But overall, I feel kind of satisfied, actually. Not really as, like, intense as Iron Lung, but then again, like, they're two different games. They want to convey, like, completely two different emotions. Whatever. Yeah, it was a really strange game, but it was good. Have a good day. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.